All right, what's up, customer service class? We're out here February 21st. Sport check at Woodbridge, about to do this customer service assignment. But yeah, let's get it. All right, entering sport check. All right, we are leaving Sport Check Woodbridge with a
reviews.
That wasn't very good.
not so great experience. We'll give you full breakdown in a bit. You know, we just gotta collect our thoughts. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. What up, Matt? I'm Mark.
I'm Kevin. I'm Marcus.
I'm Rakesh.
And I'm Mark.
And right now, here's our reflection of our customer service experience. And we'll kick it to Kevin for the scenario overview.
So we went to Sport Check Woodbridge, and Mark, Paul, and Rakesh went to the hockey side to inquire about skates. Myself and Marcus went to footwear, and Mark went to fitness and apparel.
Alright, so I'm just going to give a quick breakdown of Sport Check and who they are. Their motto is, "Your better starts here." So simply, they want to inspire Canadians to live a healthier and more active lifestyle. Sport Check, they're one of the largest retailers in Canada for apparel and footwear. They're a third-party retailer though. Like, they buy their product from vendors such as Adidas and Nike and sell it. They don't have their own Sport Check branded products. But they do have great relationships with many NSOs, PSOs, and even pro sport organizations. An example of this is the Toronto Raptors. They've worked together with the Toronto Raptors and Mega City Basketball to shoot their We Got Now campaigns as well as their My North campaigns. And as a part of a bigger picture, they're a part of the FGL Sports Group. So guys, let's talk about our actual experience at Sport Check Woodbridge. Start off with you guys, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, so basically what me and Mark did was we went to the skate section because we're all about hockey, so we wanted to go check out some skates. And so when we originally went to the actual skate section, there was no employee there to even greet us, so we were kind of disappointed about that.
Yeah.
And it took us quite a while before we had to actually go interact with the actual employees who were sitting behind the service desk. So Mark and we went up to the service desk and asked, is there anybody available to help us with skates? We have a couple questions. And originally the guy standing there, there's three employees there. One of them said it'll take us about 5 minutes because they were doing something. So we just agreed with it, and we went on to look around a little more in the hockey section. We waited 5 minutes, and then the 5 minutes turned to 10 minutes, and then we kind of got a little upset and that nobody was coming. So we just decided just to leave. We were really dissatisfied with how nobody came to us to help us, because that could have been a potential sale for them. So I was pretty disappointed about that.
So similar to Rakesh and Mark, at the footwear section, there was no employees there to greet us or no employees there to talk to us or help us with the product.
Yeah, like when Kevin and I were at the footwear station, there wasn't that many selections, especially since we were there just to look at basketball shoes, and like we were expecting like a lot of like options, and there was just none. There was just lifestyle shoes, running shoes, and like even boots, but like no basketball shoes at all. And like what Kevin said, there was no employees that was there to greet us or like even ask us any questions, and I think that was one of the downsides of the Sport Check here in Etobicoke.
So yeah, similar to you guys, my experience in fitness and apparel was also not so great. Yeah, like there was rarely, I don't even think there's any employees around to help with whatever, if I needed a size, if I wanted to try out some things. But so yeah, like for the apparel side, yeah, it was pretty negative. Fitness, yeah, there was no one there, but at least they had some positives. Like I got to try out they had some equipment that you could try out, and yeah, for the most part, you could just, if I wanted to try weight or whatever, I could test out my muscles. And yeah, so fitness, still negative overall, but it had a bit of positives in it.
Out of the four customer service styles, I found Sport Check to be a freezer. There are a couple reasons why. One of them is because their personal connection with us was very low, as well as the procedural. there were not a lot of help around, and I found that everyone was kind of locked away doing their own thing and not worrying about the customers that were actually in store.
So another thing we learned in class is that it takes little to no effort to lose customers. So I experienced this personally just because of the one experience I had at this Woodbridge Sport Check. It made me not want to come back to that Sport Check at all. Like just because the employees were really unfriendly, didn't want to greet us, didn't want to help us, it just makes me not want to go back there just because I feel like I'm gonna experience that again, and I really don't want to go back there as a whole.
Yeah. So as Prakash said, being like external customers, it was a really bad experience for us, like first impression wise, and like our expectations weren't met that day, and they weren't enhanced at all. And it's really their job to enhance and like improve the interaction, and so we can come back and like have more customers like coming back and forth to the Sport Check here in Woodbridge, and overall, I just think the interaction was really bad.
So, out of the 7 C's of quality customer service, communication was definitely not met, which left us really unhappy as potential consumers of Sport Check Woodbridge.
So yeah, to just summarize these points, all in all, the customer service we received as external customers, it left us confused. And we all know that a confused customer is not a customer for long. So when talking about the store environment of Sport Check Woodbridge, you could say that it was, for the most part, pretty organized. There wasn't much clutter. There was maybe one employee that we saw at most that was cleaning messes and folding clothes. But for the most part, the sales floor, it was pretty easy to maneuver around it. Like you knew where something was. You could just look up at a few signs and see where things were. So in that regard, the sales floor and the store environment met our expectations. So guys, do you have any recommendations after this reflection? Do you have any recommendations that we could give Sport Check Woodbridge?
Yeah, like the whole time I was talking about, I believe the interaction should have been better and more enforced in Sport Check. Because even by walking in the store, I wasn't greeted or I wasn't asked any questions about like what I'm looking for today and or how I was today.
Yeah, as well, there also should be people around the floor walking, making sure that all their customers are looked after and make sure that they have no more questions that need to be answered. They need to have more sales associates on the floor to make sure that everyone is accounted for.
To go along with Mark's point, like to have a lot more people specialize in a certain section. So for the hockey section, it does take a little more knowledge to have to actually run that section. So maybe having maybe 1 or 2 more employees, just have it being there just for those times where there's actually people that are wanting to ask questions and not like putting them aside. Just for the people that don't know anything about like the certain section.
All right, so Kevin, do you have any recommendations?
Well, yeah, in some sections they should have a broader selection of products.
All right, cool. All right, so guys, yeah, thanks for your insights, and I'd like to share mine. So as much as Woodbridge Sport Check's problems came from their external customer service, I think something that they could improve on is their internal service. So an example would be like when the girl saw us walk in, she could have noted what sections we came to, and she could have got on the PA or a little buzzer and told another employee to be like, hey, could you tend to these customers in the footwear section? Or she could have noticed another employee that was doing a task, but it wasn't really important at the time to go help someone else in the hockey section. Or just other internal customer service things where the whole store staff is aware of customers and what they need at that particular moment. And yeah. And that, Matt, was our customer service experience at Sport Check Woodbridge.